What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and we got a lot to go over today. But before I jump into some of the highlights, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, as for some of those highlights, I'm going to go over the upcoming Undefeated Air Jordan 4 collaboration, talk about everything I know at this point. As well, we have updates on the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined, the Air Jordan 5 Grape, and the Air Jordan 4 White Cement. Also, there's more from Jordan Brand. Now, there's a good amount from Nike, which includes that I can confirm that the Nike Dunk High Wu-Tang will return this year. Also included in this video is one thing from New Balance and ADIDAS. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Bape and ADIDAS are coming together once again. This time it's going to be on Damian Lillard's Adidas Dame 9. So we recently received a first look, and to go over the pair, they feature a red and black color scheme while utilizing Bape's camouflage detailing across the base. We also have the brand's gorilla logo on the medial side, gold accents run throughout, and the Bapesta logo is displayed on the heels. Other details includes a black midsole and a red semi-translucent rubber outsole. So for this pair, we don't have a retail price, but they are expected to debut in August. In 2012, Concepts connected with New Balance to release the Seal 1999. The two are back again, and this time they're going to collaborate on the New Balance 1906U, known as Seal. This pair is inspired by sea, air, and land. Now the shoes will feature the same color blocking as the New Balance 999, and this pair will feature a premium theme constructed with suede mesh and nubuck. The base displays earthy-like tones, and then blue hits the top eyelet, laces, and most of the midsole, which is joined by a darker shade of blue. The unique design that was originally placed on the 999, known as the Evolution map, is also present, but this time it's going to be on the insoles. We only have the one photo, and unfortunately we don't have a specific release date, but they are expected to launch later this year. The Nike Air Max Thunder will debut in two more colorways in August. This is part of the highlighter pack. We have the highlighter green pair and then a highlighter pink. Now, we only have one photo of the highlighter green, but we have multiple photos of the highlighter pink, so that's why you're going to see more photos of that shoe. Both pairs feature a similar color blocking, but one comes with green, the other in pink. Now, the official colorway is electric green and black. The other pair features fuchsia flash and black. Both are set to drop on August 8th, and the retail price will be $180 each. I know a lot of people have been asking about the Nike Air Foamposite 1 DMV, also known as Cherry Blossom, and recently they did pop up on a release calendar. I believe it was DTLR, and they were set to drop on July 1st. However, when I did my July Nike and Air Jordan release dates video, I went back and checked, and they were removed. However, we do have a new release date for the shoes. So, as of now, they are scheduled to drop on August 17th, and the retail price will be $240. Several months ago, it was announced that the Nike KD4 Ant Pearl would be returning during the holiday 2024 season. Now we have a first look at the shoe, which if you compare to the original release, it does look very similar. However, it could be due to the lighting, but the pink looks a little bit darker. Again, that could just be due to the lighting. Also, to run back a little bit of history, this pair was originally released in 2012 and is the first pair part of the Ant Pearl series. This pair, along with many others, is a tribute to his Aunt Pearl, who passed away in the early 2000s. So the official colorway is Pink Fire 2, black and metallic silver. The pair features pink throughout, and then we have pearl graphics on the tongue, collar, and the medial side. The KL ribbon logo will also be placed on the tongues. And although we can't see it on this photo, they are expected to have some writing on the inside of the strap, which should read, "In memory of Aunt Pearl, who inspired us all to continue the fight for a cure." Now, that was on the original release, so unfortunately we don't have a photo of that just yet, but for those looking to pick these up, they will drop during the holiday 2024 season, and the retail price will be $130. So this is pretty big news. The Nike Dunk High Wu-Tang will return fall 2024. Now, yesterday, Nike Sportswear took to Instagram and they posted a teaser photo of the Wu-Tang Dunk with a bunch of bees on it. I'll include the photo here. It was actually a video. It had the bees buzzing around and whatnot. I believe the Wu-Tang official account was also tagged in the photo, and in the caption, all it read was bzzz. That was it. So there was no context to this photo, but it led a lot of people to speculate that the shoes could be returning, but people didn't know when. However, I was fortunate enough for my source to contact me right after the leak and tell me, hey, these are releasing. So he provided me the official style code, the colorway, and the time frame of the release. And even if you compare photos that are going around of the original release to the image that Nike used, you can tell, even though you can't really see the full shoe because of the bees, that it's a newer pair. Now, for those that don't know, this shoe was originally produced in 1999. Now, there's a lot of different rumors about the shoe. Originally, I heard that there was 36 pairs made. Some reports state that there was closer to 100. And as far as the release, I heard two different things. That the pairs were given to Wu-Tang and they gave them out to friends and family. And then I also heard that there was a small release in New York, although I'm not 100% sure on that. Either way, they were super limited regardless if there was 36 or 100. And I believe a pair is for sale and they're close to $30,000. So a lot of people are upset that they're releasing. Personally, I don't care. I think it's cool that they're returning. It'll give people who are collectors that really don't have a chance to own the OG to own these. I would love to own these. No way I'm dropping $30K on a pair of shoes. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. And like with the Undefeated that I'm going to talk about later on, that's another shoe, prime example. That's a $30,000 shoe, give or take. That goes for a ton of money. I'm not going to spend that money, but I would love to own a pair. So in my opinion, I think it's great that Nike is bringing back a lot of shoes from the vault. Now, getting back to this pair, the original colorway featured black and goldenrod. The 2024 release, the official colorway will be black, pollen, and white. And at the time of recording, I don't have a specific release date, but fall 2024 is when they're expected to drop, and no retail price as of yet. What are your thoughts of Nike releasing this iconic shoe? This is a pair that I'm definitely looking forward to buying, but buying on sale. This is the Air Jordan 5 in white and black. Now, I've talked about them multiple times in the past, and I'm going to keep it pretty brief here. And the reason I'm talking about them now is because recently we received on-feed photos. So, just to briefly go over the shoes, they feature a white-black cell in metallic silver color combination. Some people are calling them reverse metallic. And this pair features a white leather across the upper, with black on most of the midsole, liner, Jumpman branding on the tongue, and heels. Now, they also feature metallic silver detailing which drapes the tongue and the flames on the midsole. Lastly, we have a semi-translucent rubber outsole. Now, these were supposed to debut in fall, but they were delayed, and the new release date is December 7th. They will be available in full family sizing, so we have men's at 200, grade school at 150, preschool will cost 90, and toddler sizes will cost 75. So in my last video, I talked about the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 3 in black releasing in July 2024. There's also another pair in Burgundy Crush, which we have yet to see. And somebody left a comment saying, hey, I think Brandon 1N, I believe that's how you say his name. He posted an update on his Twitter stating that the shoes have been delayed until August. I didn't see his update. So I sent him a message and said, hey, is this true? So he confirmed with me, he's another great source, that yes, the shoes have been delayed and they will now debut on August 21st. So these are no longer set to debut in July. But for the good news is, originally this pair was being reported as retailing for $250, but now they're going to cost $225. So $25 cheaper. That's great news. Now, as far as the Burgundy Crush pair, there was no details on them. Now, I'm going to assume that they're also going to be delayed. At this point, we haven't heard any updates or even seen a first look, which we probably should have by now. Now, it is a possibility that the Burgundy Crush pair will be an exclusive to A Ma Maniere. So maybe That's why we haven't seen it yet. It's kept more under wraps. Also, this pair will debut in women's sizing, but they will be available in extended women's sizing. Let me know if you plan on picking these up now on August 21st. Now, this shoe just leaked last night, and it's a first look at the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack TR Bright Cactus. Now, one thing I have to applaud Travis for, and that is the shoe doesn't feature any brown. It's actually a bit different from everything we've seen. However, it does have muslin, and the official colorway is muslin, black, and bright cactus. This pair is constructed with various materials. We have muslin tumbled leather on the overlays, while bright cactus canvas covers the base. Black hits the backward swoosh, top of the tongue, collar, part of the midsole. It also appears that they come with 3 sets of laces. We have bright cactus, muslin, which are laced up in the shoes, and then another pair that features bright cactus, but with some black detailing. Other than that, we have muslin on the other part of the midsole and the rubber outsole. These are set to launch holiday 2024, and the retail price will be $200. Also, they will drop in preschool sizes for $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. Late last week, we received a first look at the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low OG Velvet Brown. Now, there's 2 sets of photos from 2 sources, and both of these images from the sources, they look different. Now, it could be due to the lighting. Now, the first set of photos, they're from Master Chef Ian, and he's associated with Private Selection. I believe he's an owner. Now, I'm not going to include those photos just because we got a ton from another source, but shout out to him for actually providing the first look. And there were so many mock-ups going around of this shoe, and it seemed like everybody was slightly off. Again, nobody knew how they were going to look, so the mock-ups were just what they could look like. Now, the official colorway is dark mocha, black, and velvet brown. Now, as you can see, the shoes feature a dark shade of brown throughout, along with suede, which looks pretty rough in certain areas. We also have brown on the laces, but it's like a lighter shade of brown. And then we have backward swoosh, Nike Air branding on the tongue, as well as the branding on the heels. Other details includes a black midsole and a matching rubber outsole. Now, I will say this is like a decent fall shoe. I actually like these more than some of the other releases that Travis has coming. But as for the release details, this pair will drop spring 2025, and they will be available in full family sizing. So we have men's priced at $150, preschool at $60, and toddler sizes will cost $50. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. We have a small update on the Air Jordan 4 White Cement, which will be returning in 2025. I'm sure most of you already know that. Now, before I give you the small update, just a quick rundown on the history. This is an original colorway, which was first launched in 1989. We saw the first retro take place in 1999. Another release was released in 2012, and then the last time we saw the shoes debut was in 2016. So for the 2025 release, the overall molds will be closer to the OG. They'll also come with OG packaging, and upon its debut, they will be available in full family sizing. Also, these are expected to be a GR. Jordan Brand will be producing a lot of pairs of them, but it is a classic colorway. A lot of people want them. That doesn't mean they're going to be easy to obtain. I understand that Jordans are sitting, but this is one of those pairs that if Jordan Brand doesn't produce enough of, they're definitely going to sell out fast. Now, for that small update, we have a release month. So this pair is expected to debut in May 2025, and the retail price will be $215. The next update we have is for the Air Jordan 5 Grape. Now, as most of you know, they are going to return summer 2025. Now, as for this update for this shoe, as expected, Jordan Brand will be updating the shape. So they're going to get it closer to the original release. Now, as some of you may remember on previous Grape Air Jordan 5 releases, or a lot of Air Jordan 5 releases, the overall shape and the build was kind of puffy. It was kind of bulkier. But for the 2025 pair, they're going to improve the padding on the ankle. So it'll be slightly slimmed down, which in my opinion is a great thing. I think as long as they're getting it closer to the OG, even better. Matter of fact, I would love to see them even slim down the tongue a little bit. Hopefully that will be part of this update. Also, as expected, they will come with OG packaging. And this shoe, along with other Air Jordan 5s, will help celebrate the 35th anniversary. Now, as for the history of this pair, they originally dropped in 1990. We saw the first retro take place in 2006, which was part of Jordan Brand's lifestyle series. Basically, they were somewhat on the limited side, and matching apparel was released alongside the shoes. We saw another retro take place in 2013, and then Jordan Brand released another pair of the Grape Air Jordan 5 in 2018, but this pair is also known as Fresh Prince and celebrated Will Smith's 50th birthday. A lot of people disliked that shoe because they actually came with no holes in the eyelets, and a lot of people did complain about the overall shape just not being on point. So the good news is that the 2025 pair will be on point. And as for the release date, unfortunately we don't have one, but summer 2025 is when they're expected to drop, and no retail price. But they should cost around $220, give or take. Also, they are expected to debut in full family sizing, but I haven't got the confirmation on that. More updates, this time on the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic Reimagined. Now, sometime back, I broke the news that this shoe would be returning in 2025. At first, they were expected to just be the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic, but Jordan Brand switched things up, and they're going to be part of the Reimagined series. When the details came out about them actually being reimagined, the differences were going to be 3M on the piping / overlays, kind of like where the materials meet, and white laces. So the white laces is like a nod to Jordan. When he wore the shoes, he put in white laces, which I think looks a lot better, in my opinion. Now there's one more element to this reimagined look that has just been announced. So the shoes will have Nike Air branding on the heels. However, that will also be 3M reflective. Now, to my knowledge, this might be the first time that Jordan Brand actually made the Nike Air branding on the heel reflective. I personally think that's pretty dope. I know a lot of people aren't happy with the whole reimagined theme. They would rather just get the OG Black Metallic, and I agree, I would rather have that as well, but I'm not mad at any of these changes. I think overall, they're still going to look like the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic. If you don't like the white laces, you can always swap that out. Now, it isn't known if they're going to come with a second set of laces. Somebody asked, and I just haven't received that information just yet. And I think the only time you could really tell the difference would be at night, and that's if like the light hits it. Now, just like the other shoes, just to give you guys a little bit of history, this pair was also an original colorway, released back in 1990. The first retro release took place in the year 2000. We saw another retro debut in 2007, and in 2011, both of those pairs featured the Jumpman branding. The last time we saw the shoes debut was in 2016, and they featured Nike Air branding. Now, as for the release details, this pair is set to debut on February 15th, and the retail price will be $220. Now, this pair is also expected to be available in full family sizing, but I haven't received that confirmation just yet. I heard about this information a couple months back, and I said I wouldn't say anything, and it was very hard not to because I was super excited about it, but it was leaked that the Undefeated Air Jordan 4 will return during the summer of 2025. So I can confirm that this pair is expected to return. It's actually been in the works for some time now. And for those that don't know, they were originally released in 2005. They were a super limited drop. About 72 pairs were made, and there was two ways for you to purchase. One being in-store at the boutique via a raffle, or the second way, Undefeated also had an online auction. Now, if you were lucky enough, there was a third way, and that was if you were friends and family of Undefeated. Now, what makes this pair so iconic is that it was the first time that Jordan Brand collaborated with a boutique. The inspiration for the shoes is a MA1 flight jacket, and this release will celebrate the 20th anniversary when Undefeated and Jordan Brand first collaborated and dropped this shoe. Now, this pair goes for a crazy amount of money. It's like, again, $30,000 to $40,000. So this is a pair that in no way, shape, or form I'll be able to obtain in my life. There's no way I'm spending that kind of money on a pair of shoes. And I'm very, very happy that Jordan Brand is going to bring them to retailers. Now, I've seen on Twitter and other social media accounts that people are upset that they're bringing these and the Wu-Tang Nike Dunk High back. They're complaining about keeping things grails, but The thing is, people complained for so long that these shoes weren't releasing, they weren't made available to the public. And now that they're doing it, you would think everybody would be happy. Well, at least I'm happy about it. Now, the colorway will be different, but the overall look will be the same. The color scheme on the 2005 pair was dressed in olive, oiled suede, and flight satin. For the 2025 release, it'll be deep green, clementine, black, and cell. Now, it hasn't been confirmed just yet if the shoes will feature an updated shape. They should, though. Even though this isn't an OG colorway, I think all of us can appreciate and like just the OG Air Jordan 4 build. Another thing this shoe does have that I almost forgot to mention is the removable tongue patch. The patch on the tongue has an orange Jumpman. It's attached by Velcro, but once removed, it'll feature the Undefeated logo. The original pair also came with special packaging. It was in collaboration with Encase. I highly doubt that the 2025 pair will feature that. It'll probably be something new. I don't really mind that. I mean, it would be dope if they did another collab with Encase, but you can just give me the OG Jordan 4 box and I would be happy. Now, as for the release date, summer 2025 is when they're expected to drop, and unfortunately, no retail price. Now, more than likely, although not confirmed, I need to say that right away, these are going to be on the limited side, but not as limited as the original release. They're more than likely going to release at Undefeated, Nike Sneakers, and then select boutiques. I highly doubt they're going to be available at places like Foot Locker, any chain stores like that. But let me know your thoughts about the Undefeated Air Jordan 4 returning and being available at more retailers. Matter of fact, let me know which Jordans that I just talked about, which one you're most looking forward to, because I know I did cover quite a few OGs that are returning in 2025. I know some of them had smaller updates, some of them a little bit bigger, but let me know which pair you're really looking forward to down in the comment section below. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, tomorrow I'm probably going to drop a short. I'm actually going to drop a couple shorts this week and at least one more long form video. The shorts are doing a lot better. It seems like a lot of you guys like them. And that's dope because I get to be a little more creative with the shorts versus the long form videos because it would take me forever to do all the editing. But the shorts are fun. Definitely like doing them. So the days that I don't upload long form videos, I'm probably going to fill it up with shorts. So expect a few more this week. Now from this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.